for the sill of the window. You have to shoot right for the glass.
Bradley swings and misses what he thought was the knockout blow.
Yeah, and look at Beasley, too. Beasley just, right now, he's fighting on experience, gym experience, trying to survive, doing whatever he can to move just enough to take the power out of each punch. Tie up on the inside. Don't let Bradley score.
Remember him against Julio Cesar Green. Beasley looked like he was out on many occasions throughout the course of the fight and found a way to hang in there. And this could be a very important 3 minutes here with Beasley surviving Bradley and trying to get it all back together again.
Yeah, getting back on track. When you're on the inside like that, tying up, you got to take deep breaths. You have to get oxygen back to your brain. Try to revive yourself.
And now Bradley is stepping back, showing more patience.
Yeah, just missing the mark. A fighter like Beasley is so difficult because when he's ready to go, you cannot quite connect on it. He moves just wise enough in this ring to know how to move just enough to take the edge off the crack.
Speaking of track, yes, a shot by Bradley in this very huge ring.
But no edge.
In Steubenville, it was the next to the last fight of the sensational career of Sugar Ray, who's one of the idols of Lonnie Bradley. Sugar Ray, who fought out of Harlem. Lonnie Bradley comes from Harlem in New York City.
One of his heroes.
And now fighting in the same arena.
Yep, Sugar Ray Leonard. One of his heroes, Muhammad Ali, and Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson was such a hero to so many people, so many young fighters. As was Leonard, Muhammad Ali.
Also Pernell Whitaker and Edwin Guerrero. Who I see is waiting for you, Sean, right there.
Oh, no.
Back in the fifth row.
That's all right. He just has to make my weight, so I guess I'm safe.
Round number 5.
Unless he waits for me back in the fifth row.
Well, we uncovered some skeletons in the closet in the first fight. Edwin Guerrero, the former lightweight contender in the corner of Segundo Mercado in the first fight. Said that back in the 70s he was all set to fight Sean O'Grady, but Sean pulled out of the fight at the last moment and has waited since that day, nearly 20 years ago. Could you believe it? Wonder why. Oh, turned around Lonnie Beasley here in the 5th. Oh, a big swing by Bradley.
Good left hook by Bradley. Beasley fighting with his mouth open. You got to shut that mouth.
We have seen at times Beasley, especially in the Julio Cesar Green fight, where he looks as if, just as we saw in the greatest hits of April, Eric Griffin, Tim Burr about to go down, but Beasley maintains his footing.
How does he stay up there? He's like a rubber band man.
Yeah.
He has a spring in his waist that can go any way that you can go.
Well, could be trying to tire Bradley. He doesn't have great experience going distance fights. Bradley has fought just one fight 12 rounds. And we don't know in Beasley's mind. He may be feeling as Bradley right where he wants him.
Oh, big jab. Bradley. Bradley has become rather lethargic this round. He has missed a lot of punches. It takes more out of a fighter to swing and miss than to swing and hit. There was a good right hand by Beasley, but he looks rather mundane this round. He punched himself out in the last round, and all this chasing Beasley around and the frustration setting in.
Yeah, that he hasn't been able to take the awkward Lonnie Beasley out. And hanging in there and still fighting here in the 6th. Sean, take a look at Lonnie Beasley and what he is doing here, the honeybee in the gold trunks, and tell us some of the things you're looking at that demonstrates why he is so difficult to fight.
Because you can't hit him with a handful of salt. Look at this movement from him, especially from the waist up. When you try to throw a shot at him or even connect with him, see how defensive he is. I don't think he's won a round. But it is up to Bradley to force this fight and to make Beasley do what Bradley wants him to do, and that is to stand and fight so that I can hit you. It's also up to Bradley. He's the world champion. It's up to Bradley to cut the ring off and make Beasley fight his style, his fight. That is where Bradley can nail him.
Once again tonight, the Tuesday night fans will select the winner of the Butterbean Lookalike contest. Here are the finalists, and once again, the respective phone numbers if you want to vote for any of these four. And we'll keep you tabulated within the next half hour to tell you where we are. Winners will be announced. The winner will be announced next week when Butterbean will be on the card for a fight at Foxwoods Casino, which will be highlighted by James Toney versus Earl Butler for a WBU light heavyweight championship. I want to see that other fight. Adrian Stone, Skip with Kelp. Already guaranteed that that's going to be a slugfest.
That better be now. That better be a slugfest.
It better be.
And it should be. That better be. It should be a slugfest. Skip Kelp fights Adrian Stone. And then look at this movement from Beasley. See, it's up to Bradley to cut the ring off. Make Beasley fight his match.
And the chant, honeybee, honeybee, as Lonnie Beasley brought the cheering section from Detroit. He has a large contingent following here. Bradley from New York. Not really a rooting interest in Steubenville, Ohio for either of these fighters, but this city experiencing its first world championship fight and enjoying it. Beasley now trying to get up on the toes.
Look at this. A lot of movement. Lonnie Beasley.
Inside 10 seconds to go in the sixth, and we will pause for a word from your local cable systems. Round lasted a total of 3 rounds. 30-year-old Lonnie Beasley from Detroit said he trained and fought the last 6 years to get to the position to fight for a world title. Beasley surviving a rocky 3rd round, and here he is into the 7th. And right now, the champ is in the Beasley corner to find out a little more about his condition.
Eugene Senegal. Eugene, he's coming off his best round, Lonnie is. Why did you change his tactics?
Well, he got hurt in the early rounds, and I guess it drained him a little bit, but now he's picking it back up. I think we'll get back in the floor to fight, and we'll go on and box him all the way through, hopefully.
Boxing more, a lot of more movement the last couple of rounds. You don't want to stand and slug with Bradley?
Right. You're right about that. You're right.
What are the next couple of rounds going to hold?
We're going to try to run a lot of punches on him.
Can you keep this movement up?
Yes. This is our plan. Move. Sticking and moving. This is our plan.
Yeah. How close is this fight now?
Well, I think it's about even right about now.
About even?
Yeah.
So you're not at all concerned about the distance?
I'm concerned about taking control of the fight as of now. Trying to bring it all the way up to 12 rounds. Taking control.
Well, it seems like Lonnie may have done that in the last round. All right, keep him going. Nice work over here, Eugene. Al, back over to you. They like what they see in Lonnie Beasley.
Well, they may be blinded in that corner. It appears as if Bradley has many of those first 6 rounds in his pocket. And the question of how can Beasley outbox Bradley and win this championship in the final 6 rounds? Sean, were you not surprised that he had this as an even fight?
I was surprised at that. However, in the corner, you get sometimes emotionally involved in the fight, not looking at realistically what's happening.
Yeah, well,
I think that they are looking at a very important turning point in that last round when Beasley was able to use more of his movement to maneuver around, and also Lonnie Bradley started backing up more, getting more room to Beasley. Bradley pulling it on here now. I think Bradley heard that. Beasley heard again.
Yeah, the knees go, but the head shaking no. And now it is Bradley who may have heard Eugene Senegal pouring saved by the bell.